Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start recording. It's December 14th, and this is the Working Group Comms meeting for the TAG Environmental Sustainability. And I am Cara Delia, co-chair of the Working Group Comms. And let me pop the notes into chat, and then I will share them as well. I hope everyone's getting along well. It's a crazy time of year. Uh, Actually, and that'll be one of the things I start off with. So this is going to be our last meeting for 2023. Got to get the year right. And we will pick back up the second week of January. I will actually be not be able to attend the following 2 weeks, but hopefully Trisha will be able to take that up. I will connect with her and I'll take that as an action. Um, yes, Nancy, thank you for introducing yourself in the chat or in our Slack chat. Do you want to maybe expand on, the work that you did with Cloud Data Sustainability Week or what you do in your
Yeah,
daytime?
yeah, sure. Thank you, Kara. So I've been into DevOps engineering like since 4 to 5 years now. And I have seen, being a DevOps engineer, I've seen that how much we used to optimize things for the cost. But then I always had this thing for sustainability. And I was just observing that how can we, mix these things together. And that's the reason that I'm quite interested in this topic. Yeah, and also we did this sustainability meetup in India, which is I think the first in-person meetup focused on sustainability. It was really nice because I got to connect with a lot of people who are working in this area, and I was really amazed. A lot of people are building their own tools, startups. So it was really nice to connect with all. And yeah, I also delivered the talk recently in Cube Day India around cloud native sustainability. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to contribute in any way I can.
So are you based in India?
Yes, I am currently based in India.
What time is it right now?
Yeah, it's late. It's around 9:40 p.m.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining. That is dedication to sustainability. Um, that actually brings up a good point that we had mentioned last working group comms meeting, and that is figuring out how we can make this, not just this meeting, but our overall meeting every 2 weeks more APAC friendly. Um, so more to come. But one of the things I was actually suggesting is that we have someone that is a chair that is based in a time zone that would be appropriate for that, and obviously collaborate together with the other chairs. But I need to raise that as an issue. Actually, I'm going to take that as an action. Yeah, for next year. Um, do you have any interest in planning cloud native sustainability again or
Yeah, I
working
mean
on
that,
that?
yeah, that could be awesome. Is that a question to me, Kara?
To you. So Claire is our has taken graciously taken on events, and so it would be a part. I mean, it's a partnership with the whole working group, but it would be, yeah, definitely the two of you working together,
Awesome, awesome.
especially since you've already worked on it previously.
Mhm.
Um,
I think basically the event stuff is just making sure that things are, properly advertised and like from the comms perspective, making sure that things happen and exist. So can definitely help with that. And I only took it on a few weeks ago, so there's more to learn.
well, and to be fair, this working group has only started. It's really only a few weeks old, or maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
But We did last week or earlier this week, it's all going together, have a KubeCon planning meeting. And I don't know if do you go to the KubeCon EMEA or the Europe ones, Nancy?
No, I've never been to KubeCon, but I'm planning for the Paris one.
Yes. Okay. Good. And do you think that you'll be there, Claire? Or are you planning on being at KubeCon EU?
Yeah, it's still looking into it, but yeah, hopefully I will be. I have. Speaking of, I did miss the KubeCon planning meeting. I had one point from that, but I wasn't sure where to raise it since I missed the planning meeting. Also, I don't know if it's even possible, but I was thinking it would be nice if to like help the comms group when demonstrating things are happening, if we could have some kind of environmental sustainability track, because I know they have new tracks, like the AI one that they added for, but I don't really know where we would go to do that. So maybe an issue.
Yeah, I would raise it as an issue and tag Leo. Yeah, tag Leo. Yeah, because they have a sustainability track with Open Source Summit. So both North America and EU. So yeah, I think it would definitely make sense.
And I know that at North America, they kind of like we did this anyway by having the photos ourselves, but it would just make it even easier to get it out to people if you can just filter the track instead of having to kind of figure them out. So that'd be cool.
Right. Well, and one of the things that we need to commit on or not and decide on is there's the option to have a kiosk or a tag kiosk. And the advantages of that are that it's a nice meeting point, a better opportunity for just internal or just like informal collaboration. And so, but we need to make sure that it is staffed. So that'll be good that, both of you are trying to attend. I'm not going to be able to attend Europe, but we can, or maybe Claire, if you want to open up a question on Slack to, or even create an issue as to who might be planning on attending, so then we can have a better understanding as to what kind of support we could get. I know Leah would be attending and Christina, and there's a few other, I'm sure Max will probably attend, but just getting an idea of who could support at the booth. I think it's not a booth, it really is a kiosk. It's quite small, but it'd be nice. I think it would be a nice place to have like stickers or,
yeah, I think maybe a Slack might be easier to start with for that, just so it doesn't get lost in the issues. Yeah. Also, maybe a little bit less public to announce that you're going to the conference in Slack to start with.
That's true. That's a good point. I think right now, so the other thing that we were talking about, not completely off track, but is FOSDEM. Are you both familiar with FOSDEM? So it is, do you attend FOSDEM?
No, I don't, but I am familiar with that.
Okay, so FOSDEM is a free and open source. It's in Brussels. Here, I'll put it in chat. I don't know I can't remember what it stands for right now. But so there is an energy room, and I was going to open up to Slack on our Slack, if people are going to be attending FOSDEM, and then they could potentially be a TAG representative. I mean, the schedule's getting ready to go out. It's in February in Brussels. So we're, a little late on CFP, but if, someone gets the FOSDEM flu, or if, somebody has to sit out for whatever reason, seeing if we could have maybe, or be considered as a backup talk. I will take that as an action, but in that, I think for next year's planning, would be something that we'll want to think about, because I know LF Energy is very involved in that room, and that would be a nice collaboration point between the two projects, because we're both, LF members, or LF foundations. Does anybody have anything else that they wanted to talk about? I don't want to.
I had a general question, slash if we could unify, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure if this is a like this specific tag thing, or if it's just a CNCF thing, but the time zones, I think I often do a lot of conversioning and converting things. I wonder if we should decide on which one we're going to use, and then use that one. And like putting the other ones in brackets, I think as you do in your notes, kind of works, saying like GMT -5 or whatever. But then sometimes it would be, I think I saw like the KubeCon one was scheduled at CET, and then sometimes it's EST, and then sometimes it's UTC, and it starts to get a bit confusing. So I don't know if we could standardize like the one that we use, even if that's not UTC.
I think that's because of who is creating it, because we're all based in different. But that is a good point. There does need to be standardization. I think probably UTC would be the ideal one.
I hesitate to say UTC at first, just because that benefits me incredibly, being in the one that is always UTC. the GMT plus one is very easy, but yeah, just whatever we end up standardizing would be handy. I think I ended up missing the KubeCon one because I thought it was UTC and it was CET, so I was an hour wrong.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
That is a good point, though. I will take that to the program leads and the chairs, and see to get some consensus on that, and making sure we're standardizing the time. That's a really good point.
I think one place where that becomes really obvious as well is when sharing the calendar link, it has a field on the end that has the American Chicago time, which I keep having to get rid of to have it automatically use the time zone that I'm in.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring this up. Anything else?
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask Kara, maybe because I had to leave earlier, like I was in the KubeCon planning meeting yesterday, but I had to leave earlier. So maybe I was just having the looks at the issues. So maybe if you have some issue which is there, I could work on, or maybe if there is something I could have a look to get more familiar with whatever we are doing, just let me know so that I can just support or get familiar.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking that I want to get your all's thoughts on this. Is creating a project board for us, or a Kanban board, because it is The notes are nice, but for me, I'm a very visual person. I feel like also that will help us to create timelines and stay on
Mhm.
track. I don't know if you all are in
No, I
agreement with
agree.
that.
I saw the Kanban for the working group, the Green Reviews one, and I thought that was really handy because I could see what was actually relevant issues as well. To comms might be useful for that too.
Yes, yeah, I will create a Kanban. Um, I think that, so we'll probably want to have another KubeCon planning meeting, maybe the third week of January. Does that work for you all?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I will set that up, and I will set it up to UTC, even if we don't have agreement yet. And because I'll try to, it's hard with the Pacific. We haven't had a lot of folks coming from the Pacific time. That's why we had moved this meeting back a little bit, but I'll probably, especially with you having to join so late, Nancy, I'll try to move it up maybe an hour or two, and then yeah, we can take it from there. And at that point, we'll have a Kanban. We'll be able to start really moving on getting our deliverables completed. So I'll take the action to set that up. Because I don't know if you all have access to create meetings on the calendar.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And once we get that Kanban and the issues, then it'll be easier, especially if you, Nancy, that you can work more async, or we can just use the Slack channel to connect so that you're not losing precious sleep time. Did anyone have anything else that they wanted to cover? Oh, actually, Nancy, do you have access to the notes? Are you able to add yourself as an attendee?
I think I'm able to see the notes. I have the link. I think I have the access to it. Yeah. Yes, I have the access to it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, and in the future, if there's anything, we want to have on the agenda, then feel free to pop it here. But yeah, we've got a busy year ahead, but it'll be good.
Cool.
Well, with that, I will see you all in the new year. You'll see me asynchronously prior to then, but oh, actually, we'll see. We have our last tag meeting next Wednesday, so I'll see you there, hopefully.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.